happy Sunday. Welcome back to another vlog, or welcome if you're new. My name is Sarah. I'm a PhD student at Indiana University, and let's get this vlog started off with a little grocery haul. It's just me these next few days. Megan's out of town, so it's pretty small. Just got some of these chickpea sort of like Cheetos. These are so good. I'm hyper fixated on them. I wanted to try this new flavor of this creamer, mocha. I've tried the sweet and creamy, the vanilla, the caramel. They all slap, so feel like I can't go wrong with mocha. Some red potatoes. This is my favorite bread at the moment. Just this Tuscan white. Some more eggs. Had to pop into Fresh Time for some tofu because Kroger was out. And I picked up some poppy soda while I was there. I'm trying 3 new flavors this week. An Asian salad kit, some chives for the potatoes, some green beans, and then some Method counter spray. And I picked up some command hooks at Target to hang my curtains and my curtain rod with. I don't have a drill and I don't feel like going through the whole process of drilling them in. So just doing command hooks to hang up the rod is something that I did in my last apartment. I did it in the office. And they were supposed to give me 4 of these because the curtain rod is pretty thin, but I think this is a little too small. So I will probably end up using these instead, even though they were more expensive. Okay, I actually think I'm obsessed. I love the curtains. Also put this purse here for spring. Got rid of some of my sweaters in my closet, replaced it with more tanks and spring tops. I am truly just stunned how much of a difference curtains can make. Like, I love it. Let's try it. This is Doc Pop. I think this is supposed to be like Dr. Pepper. It tastes like a watered down Dr. Pepper. It's pretty good though. Yep, I'm a fan. I'm pretty proud of this din. All on my own without Megan. Okay, it is about 10:30 now. I finished watching an episode of White Lotus. Those are long episodes, but I really like that show. It's very interesting. It's on HBO Max. If you haven't watched it, I would definitely recommend. I'm starting the 2nd season, and I finished the 1st season a while ago, and I thought that it was wonderful. So I'm gonna take a shower and try not to feel guilty for not really getting much school stuff done today. I got quite a bit done yesterday, and today I was just doing like life stuff, getting my space prepped for a nice week. So I'm gonna try and wake up early tomorrow and the rest of this week, as a matter of fact, to try and get school stuff done. So let's shower, decompress, so we can get after it tomorrow. Hello, happy Monday. I woke up at 7:30 today and I said absolutely not, and I snoozed my alarm for another 30 minutes. So that was my attempt at waking up early-ish. But I had a bit of a hard time falling asleep last night, so it is okay. Everything will balance out. I came downstairs and I was reading that article that I showed you guys, and it was very interesting. I enjoyed it more than I realized that I would, because I was like, oh, I don't really study dating apps. This isn't going to be pertinent to me. But it talked a lot about how with embodied technologies, the phrase that he uses to classify certain platforms and digital technologies and stuff, it like orients how we move through the world, which sounds really obvious, but it just got me thinking a lot about how much of like social media and vlogging specifically, because that's what my disc research is about, has like an agency of its own over how we act and what we do. Like when I think about even my last vlog, how I did like a no spend week, I was like, oh, I'm using the vlog to keep me accountable for that. And how it just made me aware of all the times I was spending money, and how one of the worst decisions I ever made was to film a what I spent in a week, because that made me so hyper aware of how much money I was spending. Or even in this vlog, I'm trying to show a little bit more of like what I eat, and it's making me pretty aware of what I'm eating, when I'm eating, how much I'm eating. So yeah, just lots of thoughts with that one. The coffee was actually like hitting hard today, so that's probably why I had lots of thoughts. I'm gonna go upstairs and do my hair, because tonight I'm actually gonna go up to Indianapolis to see a friend from college who I haven't seen in years, but we've like kept in touch. Gonna pick her up from the airport. We'll go to dinner somewhere up there, but then I'll like come back here. I'm not gonna spend the night up there or anything. So let's get a move on with the day. Okay, not a super great angle, but we're gonna do a little get ready with me segment of the vlog. I just finished my meeting with my advisor, and I just put this e.l.f. glow screen, or Whoa Glow, whatever it is. It's a dupe for the Supergoop sunscreen, because I think my face got a little bit sunburned yesterday. Anyway, in my meeting with my advisor, we set a date for me to give him some writing, and I don't even know what else we talked about, but we talked for an hour. And it felt good, it felt productive. Talked about what I've written so far. I haven't sent him anything, but he said it seems like it's on the right track. And I was like, what do you want me to send you? Because the date that I'm gonna send it by is like 2 weeks from today. And he was basically like, send me something useful. So we'll see what that is. I'm gonna try to send him something that's not like just free writing, basically. Something that feels like it could be writing as part of the dis. And then he like low-key put a lot of pressure on me, because he was like, no one whose committee I've ever chaired has finished and gotten a job in academia. They've all finished and gotten jobs in like industry or like alt-ac or whatever. And I was like, so like, does that mean you're expecting me to get an R1 job? And he was like, no, I want you to do whatever you want to do. But like low-key, he wants me to get an R1 job. So R1 just basically means research 1. A lot of the big state universities are R1, UF was R1, IU is R1. And I just like don't see myself working at a school like that with like all that crazy pressure for like tenure and all of that. I really just want to teach. I want to be valued for my teaching. Probably like a smaller school. But we'll see. We'll see if he lets me do that. I might have to fight him. And I'm using some of this Merit bronzing stick just on my forehead, cheeks, a little on the nose. I don't feel super stressed out currently, which is nice, but I'm sure I will in like a week from now when it's closer to when my actual writing is due. I also signed up. It opened at 10 a.m. but it was like glitching, and I got one of the last spots. I'm so glad. For a portrait day thing. There's a local photographer here in Bloomington, and every spring she does a portrait day, and she takes beautiful photos, and you just get like a little 10-minute segment. It feels pretty affordable as far as like photography goes, and she takes like professional headshots, and you get 10 edited photos with the background color of your choice. And I've been working on making a professional website for when I go on the job market that houses like sample work that students have done, and my CV, and like just a little bit about me, and also talks about my vlogs. So I'd really just like professional photos for that. I also haven't had professional photos taken other than like my work headshot that I got this summer, and it was like really bad, since I've been like an adult. Even my graduation photos were taken by a friend who did it for free. I think that that will be a fun little experience, and like honestly like a valuable investment. As I've been working on making my personal website, well, I've been thinking about how to teach it because my students are making websites in this final unit. I've also just been thinking about like how hard it is for me to like even take myself seriously sometimes. Like when you think of like academia, you think of like the old white male professor head in the clouds up in the ivory tower or whatever. And it's like, oh, I teach writing and I teach about influencers and I make vlogs, and it just feels like, I don't know, hard to take it seriously. So it's been really hard for me to like strike the right tone and the right balance, and ideally I would love to make it pink, and I wanted to pick a pink background for my headshot, and I was like, you need to think smart about this. Think rhetorically. Who's your audience, Sarah? So I'm trying to like tone things down. And not like tone down my personality or anything, but just like play the game a little bit. So I'm taken seriously in academia. It's gonna be a little while before I'm on the job market probably, but I'd like to have this website sort of put together. Also, I'm part of something at my university called the Digital Gardener Initiative, which is run by my advisor, like everything that I do is. And each semester or each academic year, there's different grad students across all the different IU campuses. Some here in Bloomington, some in Indianapolis, Kokomo, whatever, where all the different locations are. And we meet for the year to talk about like a project that we want to take on. So the project that we've been working on is building these like personal academic websites for grad students. So I've been working on it partly in that, and I also worked on it on Saturday because I've been, like I said, thinking about the assignment for our students. I have a writing group that I have to go to after this, and not that I don't want to go, but like I don't want to go. This is the Ariana Grande liquid eyeshadow that I talked about a few vlogs ago. I just like don't feel like writing right now, so I might go and just read. Oh my gosh, I put way too much. Yeah, I think because I know like after I do like a 3-hour writing stint, I feel pretty exhausted, and I know I'm gonna have to drive right to Indy afterwards. So I think I'm gonna just read a little bit. Feels like a more productive use of my time. Also, I'm not teaching tomorrow. I'm doing optional Zoom office hours. It's sort of like a work day, so I don't have to lesson plan, which is very nice. But I should use my time wisely and grade, and I should get started on, well, I already got started on developing the materials for the 4th unit, but or the fifth unit. I should like finalize some things, like actually write up the assignment sheet, because right now I just have like a lot of brainstorming done of like what it's going to include and stuff like that, and I can give you guys all the details. So yeah. Okay, the lighting is a little funky with the curtains now, so I'll have to figure that out. I guess I could turn the ceiling light on, but here's the outfit for today. Very spring, wearing some sandals, keeping it pretty cash though. This is just like a short sleeve, like boxy button down. It's supposed to get up to like 72 today, so that's exciting. A very late breakfast. It is almost noon. Bringing that Asian chopped salad kit with some leftover tofu from last night and the dressing in a lunchbox for lunch while I'm at the writing group, and I might make another coffee to go, honestly. Okay, back from Indianapolis. Drinking some liquid IV because I realized I've had like very little water today and I feel extremely dehydrated. As soon as I got back, I hopped in the shower and was like, I gotta get the day off of me. So yeah, it's about 9:30 now. I had a lot of fun seeing my friend. It was really good just to catch up. It's one of those friends where you don't talk a whole lot, but you feel like no time has passed. Sort of reminisced on college memories and had a beautiful sunset drive on the way home. I ended up not making that coffee before I left to the writing group, and I got a matcha on my way to the airport instead, and I think that was a much better choice. I did quite a bit of reading when I was at the writing group, which was good. I read a lot of the articles, well, most of the articles for the seminar tomorrow, and I have one left that I'm gonna read tomorrow because I have optional Zoom conferences instead, and it looks like I have quite a few open time slots. And then I started reading a book that I picked up from the library, and I feel like, knock on wood, it has been everything I'm looking for. And I don't know what took me so long to find this book, but it's incredible. It's finally an analysis of like vlogs, and this is like what I have been waiting for. People have talked about like YouTube and certain kinds of YouTube videos, but I haven't seen people talk about vlogs in a sustained book length project. And this is a book situated in life writing, and it talks about vlogs from like an autobiography perspective. And I read the first chapter and I was like, oh my god, oh my god. And it feels like I want to keep reading that book before bed instead of reading Harry Potter, which feels so crazy to say, but I hope the rest of the book is as amazing as the intro. Good morning. Happy Tuesday. I tried the chocolate or the mocha creamer, and it's very chocolatey. I feel like I'm drinking chocolate milk right now. I'm not mad about it, but I don't think I would want this every day. It is a little after 9 o'clock. I just finished watching one of Danielle Caroline's vlogs because I woke up this morning just feeling super like tired and unmotivated, and I do not want to do anything, but I have a lot to do. So I need to get after it. I might start by reading an article and then work my way up to grading, which feels like it takes a little more brain power in this particular instance, and then Zooming some students for office hours. Okay, went ahead and got ready for the day. Just put on some light makeup, threw some dry conditioner in the curls and some texture spray at the top. And I didn't even need to like recurl it or apply heat again a second day, because dry conditioner is truly the best thing ever when you have curled your hair. That and like sleeping on a silk pillowcase. So I met with one student in office hours, finished grading an entire section. So I like ran through the last 4 podcasts and just powered through. And I finished reading an article for the seminar for today. So I said I wasn't very motivated, but I just said, let's get it over with. So I'm about to meet another student in 5 minutes or so, and I think I'm going to continue reading that book that I talked about yesterday because I was loving it yesterday, so I'm hoping it also hits us hard today. In the Starbucks drive-thru, getting some matchas for me and Joanna before our seminar, and since they're out of raspberry, which is so tragic, talked about in my last vlog, still not over it, I'm trying something that is on the Starbucks Instagram, which is a matcha with peach and coconut milk. So I'll keep you updated. Okay, update. This matcha is incredible. It almost makes up for the fact that they did away with raspberry. It is so good. It tastes like summertime. It's like 75 degrees out. Oh my god, I can't believe I wasn't sitting reading on my porch. Life is so good when winter is gone. Okay, back from campus, back from the seminar, and I was starving when I got home, so I just ate some of those leftover green beans, potatoes, and tofu that I showed you guys that I made on Monday, and it did just as good a second time. But I'm super excited because I had some clothes here when I arrived back home. I'm working with a brand for this portion of the video. The brand is called Xiaogu, and they have really, really cute clothes. They're perfect for like spring and summer, and of course I have a discount code for you guys. You could use Sarah30 for 30% off. They have a mobile app and they have a website where you could purchase these clothes, and I can have all the specific outfits that I'm wearing in the link in my description box. But I picked up some linen pieces, some little sets, some things that will just be absolutely perfect for summer. And as I mentioned, the weather was just like beautiful today. It was like 75 and sunny, so it got me in the mood to like finally wear shorts again. So let me show you the 4 different pieces that I got. Okay, so first up, I got this matching shorts and tank top set in blue. The material is like this waffle knit material. It's stretchy but still cotton based, and the tank top is a little bit cropped, and I love this color. I feel like I've seen this blue color, so I mean, you could tell by the shirt I'm wearing, so in lately for summer. And I got a size medium. I'm typically between a size small or medium, especially in bottom, so I went ahead and sized up, and I'm glad that I did because I wanted like a looser, more comfy fit. But this set came in a bunch of different colors, and I am obsessed with the way that this fits. I could see myself wearing these pieces together, wearing them separately. This is really cute just to run errands, just to, you know, lounge around the house in. Next up, I got this really fun white sort of button down bell sleeve top. It's this ribbed material, and it's not cotton, it's like more like a satin material, but it's like a little bit stretchy as well. And I sized up to a large in this one because I wanted it to be like that oversized look to sort of wear it open over tops. And the details on this are so pretty. The buttons are just these pearl buttons with like gold edges. It has a collar, again like those bell sleeves. It's ruffled at the bottom of the hem here, and I just got it in white, but this one also came in a couple different colors, I believe. And this will be really fun just for like a nighttime, to throw it over a more casual outfit, just to make it a little dressier, but also obsessed with this piece. Next up, I got a dress. So I feel like beige is the color that I'm seeing everywhere this spring. I guess because like it goes with everything and it's pretty simple. And ribbed material I'm seeing everywhere. So it's just this sort of like beige mini dress, but it's so cute. I got it in a size small, and I think it fits pretty well. I could have gone up to a size medium to have it be like a little bit longer, but I think it would have been too loose on the top then for me. But I like that the straps are thicker. You could wear a normal bra with it, and I think that it fits really well. It's stretchy, has just enough give to it to sort of like hug you in all the right places without being too tight where it's uncomfortable. And this is just a really good basic. I could see myself wearing it with that white top that I just showed you guys, wearing it to dinner, just wearing it to go shopping or run errands during the day. It's a really cute piece. I would wear it with sandals or with sneakers. Perfect for spring and summer. And last but not least is another set, a cream colored linen set. So it's this longer white button down with a pocket here, quarter length sleeves, and matching linen shorts. This piece will be so cute over a swimsuit in the summer, or just with like a tank top underneath or a shirt or anything underneath. Again, this is a piece that you could wear together or you could wear separately. But linen was really here with the whole coastal grandmother vibe last summer, I felt like, and I was like kind of bummed because I felt like it was gonna go away, but I'm so glad to see that it is here to stay. I like that the buttons are a good size. They're this brownish color, but they're not like huge in your face. But they're enough to like make a statement, has a nice little collar. And again, I like that this piece is longer as well, because if you're wearing like shorter shorts or something, or I don't know, you don't feel like showing like your whole backside, this covers the whole butt all the way to like the mid thigh. So thank you so much to Xiaogu for working with me on this portion of this vlog. I highly recommend checking out some of their stuff on their website. Again, it's linked in my description box, and don't forget to use my code for 30% off. Oh my goodness, I am so tired. I snoozed my alarm like 3 times and I'm gonna be late to physical therapy. I need to hurry up and make some coffee so I can be a human. Hello, happy Wednesday. I am back from physical therapy and I made a second cup of coffee because I didn't get to enjoy my first because I just like drank it real fast on my way to physical therapy. The weather was absolutely crazy this morning. We might have tornado watches and warnings again tonight. We had them over the weekend. The sirens were going off. That was wild. So drinking this coffee, and I'm going to read more of this book, the autobiography media, Girls. That's the wrong order. It's Girls Autobiography Media. And I made a to-do list last night because I was feeling a little anxious when I got in bed of all that I had to get done today. I have to do physical therapy, which I did. I have a load of laundry starting now because Megan comes back tomorrow and I think she's gonna want to do quite a bit of laundry because she was gone for 2 weeks. I want to paint my nails, do like a at-home mani-pedi. I absolutely have to make the assignment sheet for my final unit. I'll add some exclamation points there. I want to sketch out the remaining like lesson plans, what we're going to do for the next 6 classes, because some of them will be at-home work days. So I also need a lesson plan that's involved in that. And then I want to grade at least 2 more assignments tonight. Let's hop into reading first. Okay, it is an hour and a half or 2 hours later now, and I finished reading another chapter from that book, and it is, got an email, it is seriously just so good. I wish that I would have found it when I was doing the prospectus. I literally have the tripod balancing on my knee right now. But it's just making such smart arguments. I don't think that she's writing from like a rhet, or I know she's not writing from like a rhet comp perspective. It's more from like a literary studies perspective, which is actually like super interesting, because I feel like that allows me to sort of intervene and like talk about this same area but from more like a rhetorical composition studies perspective. She's also talking about it from like a life writing, autobiography, like genre studies perspective, but basically she's making the argument that women and girl vloggers or life casters, the OG vloggers who were doing this on webcams in like the 90s and early 2000s, are reclaiming agency by putting their bodies in public spaces in ways that they want them to be perceived, and sort of like flipping the patriarchal constructions on its head that women have to be relegated to the domestic private sphere. And she says that a lot of people who have analyzed, although there's not a lot of analysis to begin with, but the few people who have analyzed these life casters, people like Jenny Cam and Anna Vogue or Anna Vogue, I'm not sure how to say it, have taken perspectives that like these girls were just showing their lives for like narcissistic values or for like pornographic values. And she's saying that is like a really not generous and not feminist reading. And oh my god, it's just so smart and so well written. And she's saying there's room to analyze this from a feminist perspective, and what they're actually doing is like making art with the only means that they have available as women, their bodies. And if that doesn't move you to tears, I don't know what to tell you. That is such a smart argument. And it's things like this where people can analyze like the everyday, I don't know, like literally analyzing the mundane, and saying here's these really smart things that are going on. Like, this is why I like rhetoric, and this is what got me into like a program in rhetoric rather than rhet comp. And that's just so smart. That is so smart. If I could make an argument that is like a 10th of as smart as that, I would be satisfied for the rest of my life. Okay, I'm not done talking about this, because in reading this chapter in this book, I'm reminded of a conversation that I had with someone who's like kind of in my program, but like not really. He's not a grad student. And it was like the first time I met him, and it was last summer, and he didn't know like what my research was about. He had no idea that I make vlogs, that I like research vlogs, anything like this. And he just was like openly bashing vloggers and YouTubers as like these capitalist ploys who don't even realize that they're just like victims of capitalism, and all they're doing is like, I don't even know the argument that he was making, but basically that people who make vlogs are like dumb and they don't realize that the system is taking advantage of them. And I just want to like slip this book into his mailbox and say, yeah, these girlies are victims. Like they don't know what's going on. These poor girls have no agency in this, as if what we are doing is not taking the system that is trying to oppress us and actually saying, no, we understand exactly how this is working, and I'm going to use it to my advantage, and I'm going to make sure that I'm getting the most out of this. I'm going to capitalize on capitalism. So that's that on that. People who like to say that female vloggers are just like dumb, ditzy, little vapid girlies, I mean, I think absolutely that's possible. Some of us absolutely are. But some of us are actually really smart. And what we are doing by making vlogs is taking control of our lives and presenting ourselves in ways that we want to be presented, instead of letting patriarchal structures tell us how we have to be presented, how our bodies have to be presented and interpreted and used and consumed. This is actually smart. And this is actually so much more agential than he will ever realize. And the best part of it is, I'm making money. I will make money by posting this YouTube and getting ad revenue, talking about how he thinks that I'm dumb and a victim of capitalism. Hi, Purr. Should we eat dinner? Yeah? Dinner time? Okay. Our meeting went really well. But yeah, I'm gonna shower. Okay, it is 9:30 and I did not check everything off my to-do list, but that's okay. I didn't do my nails and I didn't grade 2 podcasts, but I edited a lot of this vlog, so that was a trade-off. I finished the big thing, which was creating the assignment sheet and sketching out the rest of the classes for this unit. So for those of you who are interested, I will run through the assignment quickly, just because I've had like a lot of feedback about the course I'm teaching this semester, since it's about influencers, and I've had so much fun teaching it. I just have really struggled with the grading, and it's just been a lot of work, but it's been super cool and so rewarding, and like a dream come true to teach a class that I had complete control over designing. Basically, for this final assignment, I'm asking students to build a media kit as a website portfolio. So I'm going to have them use Wix because it's a free, pretty self-explanatory, easy enough to use website builder, but mostly it's free. And students are going to create basically just 3 different pages on that, a sort of about me, which is like the standard media kit, where it's going to have a photo of them as an influencer, and I'm letting them decide if they want to actually use their own identity and pose as an influencer, or if they're going to use like stock photos and make up like a fictional influencer. They have each chosen like an influencer niche to work in part of like all semester long. So some of them are like football influencers, some of them are food influencers, some of them are, I don't know, beauty, fashion, any and all of the above. So the homepage will sort of be this about me with pictures, basically explaining what niche you're part of. Media kits are like standard things that influencers have. I have a media kit, pretty cringe, just because I haven't updated it in a long time. Hi, Purr. And then they also are going to have a page with their Pirelli, are you kidding me? They're also going to have a page with their portfolio, and it's going to house the podcast and the video essay that they did for this class. And I'm also requiring them to make 3 new posts, and they're going to be 3 sample social media posts. And they get to decide like what types of posts, whether it's a photo dump, a get ready with me, those types of things. And so that'll be probably like the most work of like creating those 3 new posts. And then the final thing will sort of be a collaborate or contact me tab. And that's when we're going to talk about like pitching to brands and like the genre of that. And that's going to be like a really quick paragraph, just sort of like based on this influencer, what types of brands would you want to work with? That's where like a non-conventional research element comes in. What would your rates be? Another non-conventional research element. And then just like the genre of how do you talk to this type of thing. And my goal, my dream would be that like students actually use their real identities and like actually reach out to brands, because user-generated content is the future, and students now have these really, really valuable marketable skills. Not just because of me, but because they're Gen Z and they're living in the world today. But I hope that because of me, they can situate them rhetorically. So yeah, that's the assignment. I'm excited to go over the assignment sheet tomorrow. Of course, I framed it all like, hello influencer, with like a heart emoji. And the students who get it. And I hope that they enjoy it. There's also going to be a final reflection, which is going to be worth 5% of the final grade. I'm not sure quite how long it's going to be yet. I'm thinking around like 750 words maybe, where students are going to explain basically metacognitively how they're thinking about these things rhetorically. And yeah, that's the gist of it. So I think I'm going to take a little shower, just a body shower, because I want to wash my hair tomorrow, and maybe continue editing this vlog. Hello, good morning, happy Thursday. I had a nice slow morning today, took a long shower, blow dried my hair. This outfit isn't super springy, but I haven't worn this top and I got it over Christmas break on clearance at Abercrombie and I just really wanted to. I feel like it's looking better in real life than it's showing up on camera. It's cute, I promise. And it's like gray and rainy today, so didn't really feel like wearing super bright spring colors, but gonna go downstairs, make some breakfast, and then right after I finish teaching, I'm gonna head back to Indianapolis for the second time this week, back to the airport to pick up Megan. So I'll probably bring a like PB&J or something easy for lunch to eat in the car with me. Really in my egg and toast for breakfast era these days. Look who's home.
Hi vlog! I'm back.
Already back at it, grinding.
Oh.
Another day, another matcha. But all Starbucks in Bloomington within a 10-mile radius of my house are out of peach juice. And it's very tragic. So just a plain, boring old matcha latte. So I'm gonna go ahead and end off the vlog here. Thank you so much for watching. And thank you to Siagu for the pieces that they gifted me in this video. Can't wait to wear them this spring and summer, and can't wait to see you guys in my next vlog. Bye!